Hello and welcome to Keeping Tracks, the series keeping you bang up to date with goings on here at the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. Now, every heritage line in Britain has a defining characteristic, and here on the IWSR you could argue that ours is in fact our rolling stock. This is mainly down to the nature of the carriages we run, their age and design. Unlike many other lines up and down the country, which during standard service days tend to operate stock such as the ubiquitous Mark I carriages, whilst saving other antiques for special occasions. Here at Haven Street we operate antiques all the time. Our Set 1, for example, usually consists of more modern bogie stock. But the term modern is used very loosely, because these carriages are still 100 to 120 years of age. For the 2026 summer season though, many of our bogie carriages have been under repair, which means that our Set 2 has been bumped up to Set 1, which in turn means that many of the carriages in everyday use are even older. For example, this is our push-pull set, which once ran on the Ventnor West line, and the saloon carriage over there actually dates back to 1887. Next in line we have another LCDR carriage. This one is slightly later. This was actually built in 1894. By far the oldest carriage here though is this one. Now this is a North London Railway carriage and it was built in 1864, 162 years ago. And here it is here at the Isle of Wight Steam Railway in everyday use. Now when I say 162 years old, I have to of course include a disclaimer. These carriages have been heavily rebuilt from their as-found state. Indeed, all of our four-wheeled carriages were saved for restoration from previous use as beach huts and chalets, many being sold off by the Southern Railway in the 1920s and 30s for domestic use. That condition is represented here at Haven Street by this LCDR carriage body outside Train Story. Once a private chalet by the beach, and now still a chalet, but open to the public in a prime sun-trap setting. Given that we are here then outside Train Story, we might as well take a look inside at perhaps the Steam Railway's most famous carriage. This is Isle of Wight Railway number 10 and she is an Oldbury, and you may recognise her from somewhere because she actually appeared in a TV programme back in 2018 presented by Peter Snow, and in that programme she was restored to exquisite condition. This carriage was built in 1864, brand new for the Isle of Wight Railway. During its restoration, the workshop team here had to design and assemble a purpose-built underframe, as unusually this design had a wooden chassis, as opposed to the more conventional iron girders. It didn't always look this elegant though, as we can see if we continue our journey around Train Story. Now this is another Oldbury which we have here in Train Story, and it is in pretty much the same shape as number 10 would have been back before it was restored. A testament really to our amazing carriage and wagon workshop team. Adjacent is another grounded body, one seemingly in better shape. This is an ex-Manchester, Sheffield and Lincolnshire Railway carriage, and though we are unsure exactly when it was built, it was likely around the 1880s. But it is significant because it is the only carriage which we have here which represents perhaps the boldest of all the railway companies on the island, the Freshwater, Yarmouth and Newport Railway. And I'm told that when it is finished, it will be completed in a nice FY&R green, though it will have to wait a little while for its turn in the restoration queue. Speaking of waiting turns, around the back of Train Story, stored away under cover, is another important carriage body longing to be given some attention. This is the Cowser Newport Railway 5 compartment, which arrived at the Steam Railway last year. And this coach is very important indeed, as it was built in 1861 and formed part of the very first passenger train to ever run on the island. She, like many others, will eventually be restored to an operational state. And upon doing so, she will be an asset to the railway. Before it can be though, other carriages further up the restoration and repair queue will have to be finished first. And to see some of the more immediate projects, let's head over to where it all happens. We're now in the Carriage and Wagon workshop, and this is the observation space where the public get to come and have a look at what has been happening. But we are going to get a closer look. Here in the Carriage and Wagon workshop at the moment then, we currently have 3 carriages in for repairs. This is a London, Brighton and South Coast Railway 8 compartment third, and this usually forms part of our set 1, the main set here at the Steam Railway. But as you can see, it is in for repairs to the underframe and a nice new fresh coat of paint. And once this is done, this will head straight back out onto our set 1. This one over here is something a bit different. This is a long-term restoration. It's taken 5 years so far. It is a London, Chatham and Dover Railway brake third, and it is unique in a way because it features this steel cladding here. Now, a couple of carriages on the island back in the day did feature this steel cladding, and this is to protect the wooden body underneath. Number 3 though, down here, is something rather special. This, which might look familiar, is an Oldbury, and this is Oldbury number 21, and it is the sister carriage to number 10, which we saw earlier in Train Story. And this means that once this is complete, the railway will have 2 Oldburys which are functioning. And I believe the strategic vision at the end is to have a set 3, and this set 3 will be mostly made up of Oldburys and the Cowes and Newport Railway carriage, and it will represent the beginning of the railways on the Isle of Wight. Given that most of the carriages on the line are of a wooden-bodied pre-grouping variety, long hours are put in at the workshop. This place really does form a large part of the backbone of our railway. After all, if there were no carriages, there would be no trains. The workshop here at Haven Street is always looking for new volunteers, as are many departments on site. So if you would like to get involved, learn new skills, as well as play an integral part in the line's future, then be sure to get in touch with us via the website. That then was a look at some of our Victorian railway carriages and other carriage projects. But before we go, let's take a glimpse at what events we have coming up this August. Coming up this month then, our fish and chip evenings will be a mainstay, every Tuesday coinciding with special late services. Our Summer Sizzler event will also coincide with our grand car boot sale on the 8th, and on the 10th, the fantastic vintage classic car show. We then round off the month with our annual Island Steam Fair. As for locos, 41313 and the 2 austerities will be handling the bulk of services. Calbourne will also make an appearance towards the end of the month, and there will also be a chance to ride the pier tram, as well as see the new 03 Clive. One last point then, before I go. Do you want to know the best thing about these old carriages compared to new ones? Let me demonstrate. Roll down windows, your own free air conditioning. Anyway, that's all from me this time round. I will see you again in September for the next episode of Keeping Tracks. Take care.